اور اب آپ کو بتائیں کہ لاہور گرامر سکول ڈیفنس میں انٹرنیشنل ڈگری پروگرام جاری ہے. فیسٹیول میں مختلف سیشنز کروائے جائیں گے.
And we pay homage to her. I would begin the conversation with our panelists. I would like to begin it by first going to Salima Hashmi. And I want Salima Hashmi to discuss with us, please, what made Asma Jahangir what she did. There is so much talk of what all her achievements, some things that you would write in a CV. But actually, her CV, and we often hear this in the West where people will say, and even her detractors here, that she was the standard bearer of Western values, of values that were somehow imported from the West. That is not true. That is not true. All the values of human dignity, of safeguarding human rights, of speaking for those who are voiceless, these are values Asma Jahangir learnt at home through her childhood from her father. And I would like Mrs. Hashmi to please talk about this to begin our proceedings.
Well, I think one of the things that people found a little bit odd was that, there's quite an age difference between Asma and myself. I'm quite a bit older than her. And we became great friends, and we would often sort of, talk about it. And she said, it's because of the influence of our fathers. And there's no doubt that one starts questioning what made Asma Jahangir. There is no doubt that there was a tremendous influence on her upbringing, and I'm glad that you talked about this business of Western values and so on, because certainly in the home that she was brought up in, and thinking back, I knew her as a little girl because she was a neighbor in my Khala and Dr. Tasir's house, where her grandfather lived. So she was very much brought up in an atmosphere of long traditions of scholarship. Her grandfather was a great scholar, and then that was her nana, and then her father, who by all accounts was a totally irreverent person, a person with a tremendous sense of humor. He served as a government servant. He was a member of the provincial civil service, and yet that stint in the civil service did nothing to suppress his ability to question everything. When I read about him, when I hear about him from family, from people who knew him, I can immediately see what a tremendous influence he had on Asma's personality. The fact that they lived in Sahiwal for a long time because he was posted there, you're very close to the rural roots of Punjab. Of course, Punjabi is a spoken language, but you're also questioning the framework of authority. And I could see how, being the kind of atmosphere that was around her, she had the ability to gain from her father his knowledge of how politics frames society, the fact that can at times need challenging, and that life has to be grabbed at with both hands and lived to its fullest. By all accounts, he was a larger than life personality, and I think that did affect her. But then, being who he was, he took umbrage at the fact that as a citizen of Pakistan, the citizens of all people were being usurped by a military dictator. And that's where the clash happened. First with Ayub Khan, and later with Yahya Khan. And of course,